Hi there, are you ready for a peek at the garden? I'm Christine Ray Miller, founder of the Imagine Garden, where I get to share my organic kitchen garden with you, and together we'll watch our imaginations come to life. Come on, I'll show you around. As we walk into the garden, the first thing you'll see are some berry bushes. I've got blueberries and raspberries. And the blueberries are just about ready. In fact, there is the first blue one starting to show up. We just about have ripe blueberries. So these were the first things that I planted in the garden. I knew that I was going to have 4-foot raised beds, and so I measured things off. There was nothing here, it was just lawn, and I plopped my berry bushes in the middle of the lawn because I knew what was going to come next. So they were the start. And then as you walk into the garden, I'm using a raised bed system, and I put my herb garden front and center because I knew it was the thing I was going to be running out here to all the time. And there is English thyme and lemon thyme. I have a couple of mint varieties. There's a chocolate mint and a mojito mint. There's lemon balm and French tarragon, marjoram and rosemary, sage, oregano, and I do have a pineapple sage that's starting to come back. So the herb garden is front and center, and it will be permanent. I won't rotate other varieties there, and that's the same with the strawberry patch that's next door. So I've been enjoying fresh strawberries here for the past couple of weeks, and they're already starting to wind down just a little bit. There's still a few red berries hanging out here and there. And then the rest of the beds, I'll rotate different crop varieties through. And right now I've got a patch of lettuce in this one. And fresh lettuce straight out of the garden is unbelievable. And you get to grow so many more varieties than you can find in the grocery store. And when you pick the leaves, they are so thick and juicy and flavorful, you just can't beat it. So I've got a lettuce patch, and on the other side of the garden, I have my chicory family. So this is my chicory family, which, if you've heard of radicchio or frizzy, which is the frizzy looking green, that's these guys. There's Italian dandelion in here in the mix also. So I'll tell you guys more about these individual varieties later on in the weeks to come. This is just an overview for right now. And then this past fall, on top of my raised beds, I had this idea to start some mini greenhouses. At first, I was thinking about how do I get cold frames on there, and then I did some investigation and realized that I could get these things put up really fast and really inexpensively, and I had fresh greens all winter long, kale and lettuce and spinach and cabbages, and right now I do have some cabbages growing. I'm about to get to harvest my first kohlrabi. There are mustard greens. This is a giant red variety, and I'm still learning, still figuring things out. One of the things that happened was, since I put these greenhouses up, I got to have greens a whole lot earlier. I've got all kinds of things coming out earlier, but my timing I'm trying to figure out just a little bit. These I had early enough that they're starting to bolt on me just a little bit, which means they're getting ready to go to seed. Kind of looks like little broccoli because it's part of that same family. So I do have some new babies in a tray that I'm gonna transplant out here just in a little bit to take the place of these guys. But I'm still fairly new to the process and still learning right along here with you. We've got Swiss chard, and there are different varieties of chard that you can plant. Some of them have more colorful stems, but I knew I was going to be having beets, which you can eat the beet greens also, so that was going to have the colorful part. And these beets that are in here, they are just about ready. We've got turnips and carrots, and these are purple ones. Not quite as big as I want them yet. And kale. Then behind those mini greenhouses, I've got one new section that I was putting in and got completely rained out this past week. So we'll see what happens with that here this season. But it's the bridge to some berry bushes. I just started some black currant bushes. They came as bare root stock, and we just got those put into the ground. And Aronia berry, which I'm going to be checking it out, and we'll see what happens with this one. It's supposed to be super high in antioxidants. And then I have an orchard behind that. So this is only year 3 for these trees, and they are going to town already. So I've already researched and learned and tried so much. What questions do you have? Let me know in the comments, and it will help guide the videos that I make for you here over the next weeks. What are you reaching for? What are you imagining? Thanks for coming out to play. Take care, and I'll see you next time.